Welcome, Bert. How is everyone doing? Oh man, did I not change that? Look at me. See? Just overexcited. We'll just go with lendingbot fight. Yes, I am doing much better. Actually, kind of not. I stayed up till about 4 a.m. working on some master nodes. So I got to sleep in a little bit, but I'm still completely tired. There we go. I didn't get enough sleep, but that was my fault. Oh man. I'm still working on that secure node. Here, let's right now we're still updating blocks, so it's coming. We're just making some blocks now. I am not a coffee drinker, but I do drink Mountain Dew Kickstarter. It helps keep me alive. So what'd y'all think of Sensei's lesson today? I enjoy this one just because I lost a lot of money doing margin trading, and I will always tell you never to do it ever. So this is actually going to be a fun lesson. I did a trial run and worked out some of the issues with one of the guys that I'm friends with, and setting his up the other night. So we should have a lot of the bugs worked out. Alright, so as you can see right here, we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope everybody's here that wants to be here. If not, it'll be recorded and shoved in the playlist like all the others. But as you can see, I have my little lending bot pushing out, updating loans all the time. It just runs. I mean, scroll down to here. This loan right here is at 0.299%. It's made me 84 Dogecoin. This one's made me 57, 11, 1.2 STR off this loan. So lending is kind of fun. What I want to do is help y'all get started quickly. If you do not have a Poloniex account, get one created. If you ever plan to do this in the future at any time, start the process now. One of my local friends here started his. It took 3 weeks to get verified to where he can do anything. 3 weeks. So get started. It may take a little bit of time. If you put in a support ticket, it took 5 weeks for his support ticket to be answered. So good luck with the support ticket. Get your account created and start the verifications. All I can say. In the description of this video, I added some links you're going to need. The first thing we're going to want to do is go to docker.com and set up an account. Right here is my account, and we're actually going to here. So docker.io, and just hit create Docker ID up here at the top. You're going to get signed up and you're going to create your first repository over here. You'll click on repository and hit create. It'll have your username, and what we're going to call this one is what did I want to call it? What did my other one call? Polobot. I don't want polobot. I'm going to need to change the description up. Alright, so we're going to create a new repository. We're going to call it pololend, because that's going to be your lending bot, and you're going to want to make it private. You get one free private account with your free version of this. So make this one your private, hit create, and bam, we have our pololend Docker created. What we're going to do is put the pololend bot that Sensei showed you into a Docker. The simple, easy way. Mainly just because I set all this up, and if I'm going to set it up once, you might as well get access to it too. The next thing you're going to need is an actual web server Docker. I use Digial Ocean. There's a link in the description for it. If you use that link, it gives you $10 in free credits, so that's basically 2 months. So once you get signed up for this one, you go to create and create a new droplet. You want to do the one-click apps and click on Docker. Come down here to choose your size. You only need the $5 one. You can choose a data center close to you. It really just based on speed. We'll do San Francisco number 2, and then pololend. We'll name it that and hit create. So it's going to come up here and create it. While this is creating, you're going to go to putty.org and download Putty. It's just the first link. It's a command tool. Basically, it lets you SSH into your server. So we'll come back to there. That's a pretty simple install too. Alright, so right there's our IP address for our pololend server. We're going to copy that, paste it in there, and hit open. When it pops up, it's going to make sure, hey, this one's not secure or has a key, you haven't been there. If you trust it, hit yes. You trust it because it's yours. It's going to want you to log in. When you set this up and you create it, they're going to send you an email that has the username and password. The username is always root, and the password is something crazy. Then it's going to make you. It is digitalocean.com. There's a link in the description. It's going to make you create a new password. Alright. So now we're in the root of our Docker box. wonder if there's a way I can. I don't want a full screen. Change settings. No. Yeah. It's going to take you a little bit to pause and rewind and check this out, but we'll just kind of move through it. The first thing you're going to do is Docker log in, and you're going to actually log in using the same password you created at docker.io or docker.com. So it's going to ask for your username and then your password, and it should say login succeeded. If not, rerun the command until you get a login succeeded. Now what I did was I created a base for the Poloniex bot. So docker run -it and then my URL to the base Poloniex bot. When you hit enter, it's going to go out and download my base image. So downloading, extracting. As soon as it gets done downloading, it'll shove you straight into your Docker container. Alright, if you noticed up here it said root at Docker pololend. Now it says root at an image ID name. So first command, we're going to change our directory, and then we're going to change our configuration. So right here is our config file. We only got to change two things in it: your API key and your API secret. So let me move this over here. We'll go back to Poloniex. In your Poloniex account, you have API keys. We'll go ahead and create a new API key. They're going to send you an email. Hopefully it comes in really quickly. They normally do. Alright. There we go. API key is created. We do not need to enable trading, so you can uncheck that. We're going to grab our API key. You got to use your arrow keys to go down. No mouse and keyboard. But you can right click and it will paste it in for you. So secret, paste in our secret, then we hit CTRL X to exit, then yes, Y for yes to save, and then hit enter to save our default config. Our API key is now on there, and we just want to test it real quick to make sure that it's working. So Python space lendingbot.py. Our systems have indicated, see, this is what I get for doing it live. Resolving, requesting, return open loan offers. It's probably because I already have one on there. Because I've got the bot running on a different server too, so that probably doesn't help. Yours should come up with no errors or anything. If it does, message me and I'll work you through it. The main two errors I have seen, one is your API key is wrong, or you're using that same API key for something else and they're fighting each other basically, and you basically have to create another API key to do it. So let me change this back to the lending. That's why. Because I put my bot in New York. Continue. So don't choose New York. So that means it's going to work fine. Just don't choose New York. Choose anywhere else. I did not have that one happen yet, so that's good to know. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually save it to your Docker cloud. So the Docker there's a different, you can do different servers on your droplets. So when you're creating a new one, down here, don't choose New York, choose San Francisco. I thought I did choose San Francisco. I did, San Francisco 02. I wonder if it's on, I need to check, it may be running on that one, and it finally threw up a flag. Yeah, I may have it running on Docker 1. Let me see, Dockers. Yeah, I may have it on 1. I'll have to check. But what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to get it into our pololend cloud so we can run it from anywhere at any time. So once we have our bot up and running and it's running correctly, just right click and hit duplicate session. It's going to pull up another Docker window or SSH window. You're going to want to log back in with root and the password you set up. And then we have some commands we're going to run. So Docker PS gets you a list of the images. So you got your container ID, the image that's currently running, which is what we built our lovely Poloniex bot in, and then how long ago it was created, the status, it's been up for 6 minutes, and then this name, Festival Alien or Festive Alien. That name is going to change every time. So what we want to do is copy over the command down below in the description, and we want to add our Docker name, which is Festive Alien. It's Festive Alien. So Docker commit, we're committing this to memory by the name, and this is what we're going to name it, pololend main, which is the same thing. Pololend is what we named our repository right there. So, and main is our tag. So you can actually set up a bunch of these under different tags if you're using a bunch of different Poloniex accounts. So we'll hit enter. Once it brings you back, it should pop up a SHA number, SHA-256, and then bring you back to command prompt. The next command is docker tag, and we're going to tag our pololend MAID that we just made and tag it with our username from our Docker cloud. So which mine is Casey Watkins. So Casey Watkins / pololend :main. Just hit enter and it tags it. And then we're going to push this image to our Docker repository. So Docker push Casey Watkins / pololend :base. Hit enter. Because I did main. Alright. When you use the right command, it works correctly. Alright, so it's pushed. So if we come over here and refresh, we now have our main. So we can close this window. We can now close this window. And this is our Docker. Once it gets pushed here and you need to wipe out a Docker, we're going to destroy this Docker. You don't have to do this. I'm just doing it to show you that it's running and you can run it anywhere. So we're going to destroy that. It is now gone. We'll go ahead and create a droplet. Go back in. We'll do London. Pololend. Let it create itself back up. We're on London. Coffee talk, yeah, that's why I've got all the commands down below. So there's our IP address. We're going to post in our IP address back into Putty. Open it up. What? There we go. Hit yes. Wait for my email from them. Grab my password again, because that's a whole new machine. Put in my password. Maybe I didn't grab my password right. There we go. Updating a new password. So now if we do a Docker, we got to do a Docker login. So now if we do a docker ps, we have no images or anything installed. Basically what this gives you the ability to do is, if you get upset with Digital Ocean, you can move this Docker anywhere you want. If Digital Ocean goes away and you need to find another one, all you got to do is run one command and you're good to go. So main docker run it Poloniex main. You're going to change your username again, so caseywatkins. Hit enter. It'll re-download it from your repository, so it's got all of your settings in it. Let this one extract real quick. Alright, we are now in that Docker. So all we should have to do is run our Python lendingbot.py. No such file or directory. It's because I was not in the Poloniex. There we go. I will add that to the list too. It is now working full speed ahead. So there's our DOGE loan orders placed. You'll see it update here in just a second. Alright, lent, how much dash we've lent, how much DOGE we've lent, and how much STR, and our percentages. And there's all of our offers. Now you can close this window and it'll sit here and continue to run. Should never have to worry about it again. You just add coins straight into your balances and it'll pick them up and start going. There are some minimums. So like Bitcoin has 0.01 BTC that you have to have. BTS has to have 10 coins. CLAM has to have 10 coins. Dash is 0.01. DOGE is only 100 coins. So y'all were asking about smaller portfolios in Sensei's lessons. You only need 100 DOGE. So you can't even transfer 100 DOGEs without a fee. That is more than, well, I think DOGE is 2, so you got to have 102 DOGE to transfer it to Poloniex and then move it to your lending wallet. ETH is 0.01, FCT is 100 coins, LTC is 0.01, MAID is 10 coins, STR is 100 coins, XMR is 0.01, and Ripple is 100. So I'm actively trying to get 0.05 BTC worth of every coin. So like DOGE, I have that much value in BTC. So, and if you ever want to see how much you have of each one, you can just go to balance, deposits and withdrawals, and hit hide zero balances, and it shows you how much you have. So there's my Doge, there's my Stellar, Dash, and BitShares. Pretty cool. Y'all have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns? I know I went over it kind of fast, but I will update and add things that I kind of found as we went along. Does your lending account need to be separate from trading? No. It can be on the same account. It will only use what's in your lending wallet. But you do want to use a separate API, and you do want to turn that API off of the trading. So you can uncheck trading. Yes, you do want to use all your real info for your Polo account. I'm going to go ahead and delete this API because I know how some of y'all YouTube watchers are. Y'all will try to get into it, and I don't want that. So my bot just died, or one of my bots. It's a separate wallet on Poloniex Grand. So they actually have transfer balances. So you have exchange wallets, you have margin wallets, and then you have lending wallets. So make sure that if it's in your exchange, you just click the amount or put in the amount BTC from exchange, change that to lending, and hit transfer. Now my Bitcoin's in my lending wallet. That won't get lent out. It's not enough. It doesn't meet the minimum requirements. You see, now my Doge is showing up and my Dash. My Doge amount has actually went up. I've made about 3,000 Doge so far, and I had, where did I post that screenshot? I had some Doge last week that was at 2% a day, and I was making like $600-700 or $600-700 Doge within a couple hours. It was crazy. I was enjoying life. It was fun. There are no fees from trading from the exchange wallet to the lending wallet. Yeah, so if you're doing the balance transfer, there are no fees for this. For the lending, they do take out for lenders, a 15% fee is applied for each earned interest. So they take 15% of your profits. It's the price of automation. I'll gladly pay that. I check this once a week. My bot has never stopped and it has always kept going. Any other questions? Alright, we'll close it up there. Then if there's no other questions, hop over and have some fun in the boiler room. Make sure you're asking plenty of questions, getting help if you need some. They are in the description of the video. So, and I'm gonna update it for the things that I gotta add to it that we found out in here. So, but yeah, they're all in the description of the video. Alright, y'all have a wonderful weekend and try to have some fun. Take a little break this weekend, and you can pull your funds out. Well, you have to wait for the loan to end, Coffee Talk, and then you can pull your funds out. So these that are in my active loans, I can't pull out. These are in my open loans. I can just hit cancel and it moves it over here, and then I can pull that out. You kind of got to do it before the bot takes it over and reapplies it, or stop your bot, one or the other. I'll post them, Gran, I'll post them in the Discord channel too. A full set of the links. And I'll post the whole entire description in there. Okay? I'll make sure it's in there, Gran. Alright. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.